University, once the brightest star in a constellation of private universities here in California, now barely open, clinging on to just a few dozen students and a handful of faculty members. What happened here? What happened homecoming weekend 2015? Who is Daniel Jacobs and where is his body? And how did one student bring down an entire university? The answers to those questions and more tonight on Peer Perspective with me, Darren Peer. October 24th, 2015, homecoming, Stuart University versus Rydell College. Stuart takes the win, but what happens after the game is where our story begins. Meet Bethany and Belle, the girl every girl wanted to be and every guy wanted to date in college.
I mean, it was my senior year. Up until that point, I'd been going pretty great.
Well, what changed?
Bradley changed.
Bradley Horton, heir to the Horton real estate dynasty. Never heard of the Horton family? Well, chances are that if you live in an apartment complex or housing subdivision in Central California, they're your landlords. So how is it that a star quarterback destined to inherit a $30 million fortune end up the prime suspect in this murder? Let's let Bethany tell us. Well, what changed Bradley?
Getting rejected from law school.
Well, did he apply to other schools?
Oh, absolutely. He applied to every top law school up and down the West Coast. They all rejected him.
Well, how did he take these rejections?
Angrily. He'd drink and take pills, and his father would call and chew him out about how he was ruining his life and ruining the plan, and so then he would just end up drinking more and taking more pills. And
What plan?
I don't know. He never told me.
Bradley, who had been abusing pain prescription medicine and alcohol for months, enters into his senior year homecoming erratic and looking to cause problems. Homecoming night, what happens?
We won the football game, and Bradley was over the moon. He was so happy. He was the guy that I missed, the shy little freshman that I fell in love with.
So what happens after the game?
Well, Bradley's brother...
His fraternity brother?
No, his actual brother, Anderson. He called us while we were on our way to the farm.
The farm?
Yeah, the farm. It's this big open field that Bradley's family owns. The football team throws victory parties out there.
So Anderson calls Bradley.
Yeah, and whatever he said ticked him the hell off. He starts driving insanely fast, and I'm in the passenger seat just screaming for my life, and he reaches over.
He what?
He just hits me.
He hit you?
Yeah, with the beer bottle still in his hand. And I remember pulling up to the party, and I'm covered in blood from my own nose and cheap beer. Sorry.
What happens then?
He just hops out and goes into the party. And I just curled myself up in a ball, and I just sat there and cried. until my cheerleading friends came to rescue me.
So you didn't actually see what happened, allegedly, at the party?
No, I didn't see it, but I was the first person that Bradley spoke to after.
The party at the farm is allegedly where Keisha Barnes' rape took place. The crime, whose only suspect is Daniel Jacobs. Where is Daniel? Dead. Where is his body? Missing. Let's hear from Bethany on what took place after that party. So what happened after the party?
I was in my room. It was a really loud banging at the door, and when I opened it, there was Bradley.
Okay, so what state of mind would you say that Bradley was in?
He was calm. He was sober. God, it was terrifying.
Terrifying. Why terrifying?
Everything in his eyes said that he had just done the worst thing ever. I wish I knew what it was at the time.
"10:49 p.m. This is the time that Bethany says they arrived at the party at the farm. 1:16 a.m. This is when we hear the truly disheartening phone call to 911 by a distressed woman, a woman we now know as Keisha Barnes.
Stuart, 911.
Please. Help.
Ma'am, are you injured?
Yes, please.
I'm sending an ambulance to your location. Please stay on the line.
He's coming back. He's coming back.
I'm sending the police as well. Can you hide, ma'am?
I can't walk. Help.
Ma'am.
Please. He's coming.
This 911 call has been the topic of a lot of controversy, simply because we don't know who the he is that Keisha Barnes is referring to. Keisha, the alleged victim in this crime, suffered a horrible blow to the head, leaving her with amnesia, and now has no idea what actually transpired that night. So far in this story, we have a victim with no memory, a dead witness, and a suspect still moving around the streets of Stuart as we speak. Some questions to keep in mind are, did race play a role in this crime? What did Daniel Jacobs say to the police in his interview? And how did one phone call end the 30-year tenure of former university president Franklin Epson? All that and more tomorrow on Pure Perspective with me, Darren Peer.